Okay, let's give it up for Princess Ameenah. It was awesome. Thank you all. Now we'll start our open reading. First, we do have a few ground rules for Poetry for Your Mind. 1, let's keep it simple. 2, let's keep it plain. 3, don't read it here if it's profane. 4, rethink if it's politics. 5, and the final rule, bad vibes make us all sick. So, I'd like to invite our friends who would like to share with us today. First, we have Miss Ozella Smith.
Hi, everyone. I'm not going to use any profanity. I'm not going to do any poetry at all, but I will do a couple comments on my sister here, Ameenah. You know, for me, it was really, really touching because I'm older than she is. And I remember Martin Luther King. I remember him because he was my parents' age. They did all the marching and all. They're deceased now, but I remember it clearly. I remember how I couldn't believe that he was gone. I couldn't believe that he was assassinated. I had read a lot about his wife, how artistic she was, how gifted she was, and how gifted he was, especially. Now, I just want to say one thing to Ameenah, if I can. This young woman has inspired me to think about Martin Luther King, Jr. She has inspired me. Because, you know, oftentimes what happens, we get caught up in the politics and we forget how we got over. We forget that, but I don't think we should ever do that, ever, 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 because it puts us behind. I also wanted to say one more thing, and that's to the audience here who came to this, what would you call it, this setting. Yeah, MLK Forum or Reminder, that we're all sitting here because of someone else. Someone else got us through this. It could have been Martin Luther King Jr., it could have been our parents, but it was someone that cared enough about us so that we would care about ourselves to come to a forum like this. And that is all I have to say. I'm very emotional, I tell you the truth, especially when it comes to Dr. King. Because now, you know, I'm watching all these movies and I'm saying, my God, he was only a baby. He was a baby himself. And here I am, I'm trying to get a doctorate. Old woman. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it now, but he did it then. And someone had the audacity to take his life. So that's really all I have to say, Ameenah.
I'm sorry, what's the right way to say it?
Chocolates, Eric.
Chocolate?
Yeah, chocolates.
Chocolate.
At one point I was trying to get my face on a truck, and I started with cookies. Oh, I'm sorry. I started with cookies, but then I ended up
making chocolates for a while, and so I tried to use the name to promote my chocolates at the same time. So I originally thought I was gonna do some music tonight, but because there's so many of us here waiting to perform, and I thought that maybe I would instead do a few short poems. And so some of these are more, and they're very short. They're like little slogan poems, kind of. And some of these are more, have more of a political. I've actually, so these are some, and they range from political to just humorous and enjoying the beauty of language and words. And speaking of which, we just got our nation's report card. A statistic that you will all be horrified and saddened to hear is that apparently 33% of fourth graders in the United States are reading at grade level. 33%. And many other children are losing out on wonderful blessings and utility of language in their lives, and it's very sad, I think. So I hope that, I've even thought a lot about that actually, but I'm going to go on. So tobacco. I don't not smoke for lack of tobacco. No joking, smoking's like smacko or cracko. A breath of death, the taste of fire, and not be burned is man's burning desire. And if I use the word man or any gender at any particular time, I'm just trying to choose one thing that I could squeeze in poetically to a syllable. So this next song is about my phone. My phone is off an awful lot. It's more often off than not. Okay, plastic bag. Somebody ran over a plastic bag. Somebody ran over a plastic bag. Somebody ran over a plastic bag. That's what a kid said. He was on the sidewalk playing. Oh, don't take this, this is about, but never mind, I'm not going to explain it. You'll just have to listen along with me and just try to understand. A slave works harder if he thinks he's free. Okay, am I done? Wait a minute, I know I had another one, hang on. I was supposed to have 5 here. Wait, 1. Okay, just a minute, I'm counting back. Maybe I did 5. Oh, my hat. my hat. Oh no, what's that? There's something under my hat. It's not a cat or a rat, but could it be a bat?
Can I ask, would anybody else like to come up and share with us? My friend Kevin.
Can you hear me? Up a little bit? Okay. I'm growing. Still growing. My favorite speech of Martin Luther King's was not by the content, not by the... A man should be judged not by the color of his skin, but the content of his character. I've taught generations of black children, and that phrase of his has deep meaning to me. It's a part about content of the character, especially. I won't go into that. Sometimes to entertain my kids, try to get into what they're into. I would make up little rap songs for them. And one year I got inspired at Halloween. These kids, they'll come in with a backpack the day after Halloween and start trading out Snickers bars and Hershey bars and Hershey's Kisses. Sugar Buzz, a Sugar Buzz that would last a week long. So I made up a little rap tune for them, which I'll perform for you right now. If I can remember, it's been a few years. I don't want to go to dreamland when I turn out the lights. I'd rather visit Candyland with its Epicurean delights. Because when I close down my peepers, down underneath their sheets, I'm in a mental Disney world of never-ending sweets. I got me a pocket full of globules, all colorful and little, make my mouth a river of multicolored spittle. Unlike the current trend, friend, I'm not popping M&Ms. I'm just addicted and conflicted to 10 bags a day of Skittles. With some airheads, I lie in bed in a bag of Reese's Pieces. My mom's anxiety increases. She says, "That's a peanut butter stun gun, son. You're gonna end up with diabetes." Had a spring fling at Burger King, but couldn't get it on Whopper. Like some wrestler on SmackDown, I just fell off the tee because I was choking on a gobstopper I got from Willy Wonka at the chocolate factory. S'mores with Hershey bars, that's my favorite dinner dish. Got stuck here. S'mores with Hershey bars, that's my favorite dinner dish. And Babe Ruth, to tell the truth, is always on my breakfast list. But I gotta lose this peppermint patty because my friends tell me I'm getting just a little fatty. My waistline's growing flabby folds. My backside's growing Tootsie Rolls. Man, I'm not feeling good at all. I think it's time to try a vegetable.
Thanks, Zach.
That was great. That was great. And make me get my sweet tooth. I think I'm going to go get some junk food when I leave. Would anybody else like to share with us?
Can I share one more very short poem? But he inspired me, actually.
That was a serious poem, actually. This is pretty short, but I told you I've been really worried about this whole thing with literacy, and it's just been really, I don't know, just kind of gnawing at me. And I wrote this thing, I got down in my computer, and I wrote, and in my thing, it's this long, whatever. I hope, I was embarrassed. I showed it to somebody, and he obviously thought it was too long, but it's just had a bunch of ideas about what could possibly we could do to improve the situation, because it's really bad.
Thank you. So I'm just here to present So the artwork that you guys see around is in honor of Martin Luther King. Yes, which demonstrates all of the qualities in the making of a dream. And if you guys have any questions, and most of the mediums are acrylics, charcoal that I use, pigments, water paint and watercolor, acrylic and watercolors. So if you have any questions about the paintings, tell me what you see, because it's more than, so the theme for this is life is but a dream. So thank you much. Tell me what you see, because it's more than, so the theme for this is life is but a dream.
Life is but a dream.
Tell you nothing more motivating than motivating someone to pick up a book. Yeah. That's great. Guess I'll do a poem. This is called Sides. The line has been drawn. You have to figure a side. Territories have been torn. Everything will divide. It's time to choose sides. Some play both, and it's evident to lean toward the majority on topics that's relevant. There's wars around the world. We should have a choice. Guns, religion, our bodies, our voice. No topic is logic. It's sexuality, riots, robbery. They fight over land, immigration, political parties, arbitration. Who would think the first attack on our capital would come under command of our own? The leader of a free world, aiding NATO. Yet we're divided at home, and it's based on your payroll. Your choices and decisions based on an honor code that's designed to show your free will is something phenomenal. And it should be heard, and if not agreed upon, it should be valued and respected, looked over and seen in time. With the understanding, the deepest mind can plant a seed that in time can be the roots and the vines we all need to see and elevate, so we can arise and delegate our origin story and maybe return to that glory we've all read about thousands of years in time, and the so many places and the various races, the beautiful faces that we have embraced, which acknowledges a grace and realization that all people have a greatness. In every society, some individuals will be tasteless and invested in self-assurance, so reckless, they'll sell out their own because they're selfish. We need to unite and live selfless so we can arise and embellish the true meaning of life. To be a supported being so that everyone we come into contact with can say they are still positive people in this world. So I would like to thank Kenobi Simpson on the flute and saxophone, Brother Zink. I would like to thank Charles Beasley on the bass that gave us a great vibe today. Also, we definitely want to thank our guest poet, Princess Ameenah. And one of my good friends, she's going to take us home, Ms. Jean Galliano.
I got the tiger's eyes. Got tiger's eyes. Wow, okay. Wow, what a beautiful audience we are tonight. Such a very successful, beautiful night. I'm so glad everybody was able to come out. You guys were great. The music was great. Poetry was great. You know, the thing about Martin Luther King was he belonged to all of us. You know, he was fighting for freedom fighter for black people, but he really changed the world for everybody. And he gained a lot of respect. And when we say things like, oh, they killed Martin Luther King, they killed him, they killed John F. Kennedy, they did it. You know, we all kind of have an idea who they are, but we can't really like pinpoint that. We know it was somebody. Now, I'm looking forward to the release of these files that are going to be coming out on these assassinations. We've been conspiracy theorists for a long time, you know, but we're going to see, you know, conspiracy theorists are, you know, they're winning, okay? So, you know, we're going to see what actually happened there. And I was really surprised when you told me that he died at 39. That was, that's shocking to me because I was a child, you know, and, you know, when you're looking at adults, you know, you're not thinking like my daughter's 40. She was just 40 this month. I mean, she's still my baby, you know, and you think about that and how much he accomplished, you know, in his life to do that by 39, and then they killed him. You know why? Because he was bringing us together. And they've been trying to separate us for a long time. They've been trying to separate us by all kind of things. Color, age, you know, religion, political affiliation, you know, because they want to maintain control, so they got to keep us all fighting among ourselves. And Martin Luther King was getting close, and he was saying, we don't have to do that. You know, we can all be the same, and we can all work together. And they're like, oh, we kill him, you know, like, we get rid of him, you know. You know, John F. Kennedy too. John F. Kennedy was going to do great things. He was one of the latest, the late great presidents that was going to change the world. You know, And when his brother got shot, I mean, that was shocking. And they killed him, and then they killed his brother. You know, like, wow, you know. So now we got another Kennedy trying to get in, you know, and I hear that he's pretty happy about the release of these files, you know. So we will see. Anyway, I left my poetry books in the car. I mean, I could do things off the top of my head, but I'm sure you already heard all my poetry. So I'm going to read some more of Ameenah, since it's her night. So she assigned me this nice poem called Tiger Eyes. If you want to look smart, sometimes be quiet. Don't tell stories that sound like thoughtless lies, or cry and sing lullabies just because they sound melodic and sweet. It is better to reflect and stare. Open your eyes, no need to despair. Your chance to speak will be here. It comes sooner than you think. If we ponder the things we say, what we portray could be in sync with a different day, and we might wait to speak them some other time, some other place, some other way. Tiger's eyes, intense and wise, utilizing the art of looking smart. Yeah. So, in the back there, we're here every Thursday night doing something, but we're here at the last Thursday, always doing poetry or cafe or music, and we love you to come. We want to hear your music. We want to hear your poetry. We want to hear your stories. We just want to know you. We want to know you, you know, and we're trying to create fellowships so we don't have to just all exist online. You know, there used to be a time when we didn't have online, you know, and we used to come together, and it was a good thing. And now, you know, we all live in our phones now, so we look forward to this fellowship, and I'm happy that you all came out. It really warms my soul to see so many people. You want to do something, Colin? You got some poetry? Oh, let Colin take us out tonight. Come on. All right, thanks, everybody. Come on, Colin, say something.
Yeah, I just want to talk about Dr. King because I was just reflecting today about some thoughts, and I'm reminded always by King's speech when he said that I've been to the mountaintop, and the feeling behind that is so powerful to me, and it gives me that peace that even that he was assassinated was in his plan, you know, that he had the kind of voice that would carry on through death. And I was thinking today of, you know, it's such a blessing to be alive when, you know, when you get killed in that way, but you have that legacy. It's such a blessing. And I just hope for myself and for the other people in my life that I know are very passionate. I hope that they get to that point in their life at the end, and that they have lived so much and so deeply shared their life. And I just encourage everyone to have that passion, and to try to share that with the world. So, to Dr. King.